you ever hear the saying, I'm sitting on a gold mine? Well, this company might literally be on a gold mine. They're in the golden arc. Let's dig in. Welcome to the channel. So we know that the stimulus just passed. It's popping up in people's accounts and they're eager to spend it. Now with that 1.9 trillion stimmy passing, gold might be impacted, just like it was last year. So I'm going to dive into the gold chart and show you exactly what's going on, because I noticed something. I connected a couple dots. I did a little deep dive and I'm going to show you what I mean. So on today's video, we're talking about a company called West Mining Corp. Tickers on the OTC exchange are WESMF. On the Canadian exchange, ticker WEST, West. They are a mineral exploration company. Let me briefly tell you what they are, and then we're going to look at the gold chart. West Mining Corp is an advanced stage exploration company focused on developing a district-scale gold project in one of the world's premier mining jurisdictions. The company showcased Kena. Daylight gold, silver, and copper project seems to be located about 10 kilometers south of Nelson, British Columbia, in what claims to be the second largest gold district in British Columbia, the Golden Arc. Pooh! The Golden Arc. It's like a rainbow, but gold. In the Golden Arc, multiple historic gold-producing mines and known gold and copper gold zones could provide the exceptional potential for additional discoveries and expansions. So they are only 10 kilometers south of this Golden Arc, which is the second largest gold district in BC, British Columbia. So let's take a look at the screen right now, because I'm going to show you what I'm seeing in gold. And if the price of gold goes up, all of these mining and mineral exploration companies go up. Potentially, they go up. So let's take a look at gold right now. All right, so now looking at the chart for gold, I noticed something. I connected the dots like I'm 6 years old in a little coloring book. Now, in this white box, this is where stimulus started getting handed out to people. It was a $1,200 check, if you don't remember. If you spent it while you're sleepwalking on an Xbox or a 4K TV, this is where it happened. It happened anywhere from April 10th to the end of April. Checks were kind of scattered all out, but generally the chunk of the stimulus checks, from what I remember, was dished out in this white box area. Now I'm showing you this on gold because I'm going to show you what happened. So when those checks came out, boom, it was around this time frame in April. Look at gold. From 1715, 1720, somewhere around there, it rocketed all the way up to $2,000. Massive move. This is gold. This isn't a specific company. This is gold. That's a 20% move for gold. That is huge. And I bet you all of the exploration companies that mine gold, they went up probably hundreds of percent, some probably thousands of percents. So that's why I'm looking at this company today, because I think that this might happen again. So let's fast forward and move over, because look at gold. It ran all the way up and then it started trickling back down, coming back down to reality. Now look at this. This is when gold was around 1720. Look where gold is as of today. It's around noon, midday. It's back at 1720. And guess what? Those stimulus checks are popping back up in people's accounts for year two. Year two of Rona season. What a coinkadinkle. Look at this. Let me draw a little trend. Boop. Look at that. Right at the bottom. Perfectly. Right there. Now, if we mimic and mirror last year of how gold moved based on stimulus, because stimulus is messing with the dollar, more money we pump in, it damages the dollar. This is common sense. So look at this. So that's our range. If we're mirroring last year to use history as a gauge for what we think is going to happen this year, in the year 2021, it should bounce around in here as the checks come out, and then eventually do this blast off all the way up. And when that happens, it's going to affect the price of gold. Gold's going to go through the roof. And all these companies that are mining gold, their gold's going to be worth way more. So the value of their companies is most likely going to go up. Now, that's common sense. Is it going to repeat itself? That we don't know. But based on previous trends, because last year we got a stimulus, it bounced in the same range, and then it lifted off. Will it repeat itself? Time will tell. So previous exploration work appears to have identified 8 large gold-bearing areas to target with drilling. So here's the 8 areas: Starlight North, Stargate Eastern Zones, Gold Mountain Zone, Kena Gold Zone, South Gold Zone, Kena... Siri, how do you say that one? Porphyry Copper Zone, Cat, Silver King Gold Corridor, and new showings about 8 to 15 kilometers south of Gold Mountain. So as we can see from these maps, this company is compiling a lot of data of what's actually going on. So this is the Gold Mountain Zone and Kena Gold Zone, Kena Copper Zone, daylight claims. So there's a lot of data here of what they're actually finding in these mines. I have mentioned this before that analysts at Citi seem to have a price target of roughly $2,500 for gold. So if that's true, gold right now is highly undervalued if they could hit that price target. They claim that current analysts or catalysts compared to those of gold's rally between 1970 and 1980. Not only could we see a weaker dollar, but we could also see inflationary risk, falling real yields, and the potential for further geopolitical tension. Gold exploration companies like West Mining Corp could be in stable position to capitalize on these catalysts. That's why I like looking at these companies, and it's actually at the perfect time because I'm curious to see if history is going to repeat itself just like it did last year when stimulus came out, and if gold is going to rally up again. So I want to look at Mr. Houghton, the president, CEO, and director. There's a few highlights down here in his experience, his work experience, because you know me, I always like to look at the company who's running it. Whether it's Apple or Tesla or Amazon, I don't care. I'm still looking to see who's behind the door because that's who I'm really investing in, beyond the product and service. Took the company from exploration to fully permitted mine in Greenland. So that's a green flag. That's good to know. He already took a company from just exploring to having permits to mine in Greenland. Green flag. He was instrumental in early stage funding for Next Leaf Solutions and was also a founding director and board member of Less Mess Solutions, which was successfully bought and taken private by a UK entity based out of London. And just skimming through the rest of the team here, we have Luke, 15 years, Alex, the director, 30 years, Andrew, another director, 30 years. Oh, John Marco, another 47 years experience in mining industry. So they have a great, well-experienced team. Okay, looking good. So here's a video that just gives you some more information about the company. And then after that, I'm going to do a chart analysis and take a look at it technically to see if now is the prime time to be buying this company. Let's dig in.
For over 125 years, the historic Golden Arc mining region in southeastern British Columbia has been a source of high-quality precious metals and historic mines. The town of Nelson has its roots as a small mining village, and today, the area still harbors untapped potential. West Mining Corporation is a publicly traded mineral exploration company focused on advancing development stage gold and silver mines in Western North America. Our flagship is the Kena Daylight Project, located 10 kilometers from the city of Nelson in a mining-friendly jurisdiction. The project covers nearly 22,000 acres and has 156 drill holes totaling over 37,000 meters of drilling. The measured, indicated, and inferred resource estimate confirms the presence of a multi-million ounce gold deposit with gold mineralization beginning only 4 meters below surface. Though extensively drilled over the last 20 years, it is still open along strike and at depth with undeniable room for more discovery. The vicinity's established infrastructure includes power, rail, and paved highways, as well as local service and supply companies and a resident workforce. The Teck Resources smelter and trail lies just 45 minutes south via major highways. West Mining is joined by a geological team with over 20 years of experience on our flagship Kena project. West Mining is well funded to drill our flagship Kena property this year and capitalize on the historic data in its possession. The strong management team at West Mining has over 100 years of combined experience in geology, precious metals mining, and the private and public capital markets. Management has the vision to unlock the value of a district-scale project that has a multi-million ounce gold potential upside for the company shareholders. Discover, delineate, deliver. West Mining. Go West.
All right, so I'm looking at their Canadian ticker WEST, and it's currently trading at $1.15, down 5.7% right now, because they had a nice run up. Look at this rally. Hold on, let me go a little deeper out. There we go. So as we could see immediately down here, volume is building up. Green flags, because people know that gold more than likely is going to head up, and people are going to be looking for these smaller companies that are going to show bigger movements. Now look at this. West Mining, 600%, somewhere around there. That was a little bit off, but yeah, 600%, somewhere around there. They had a great rally over the last few months, and then they pulled down, looks like 60% or something. Yeah, 75% they pulled down, and then they found a bottom around, it looks like $1. So they found support there. Now they're chopping around. They're trying to see if they could hold up all those gains and then head back up. So we're going to see how that plays out. So let's do a bullish and bearish scenario. I do like down here that volume is building up. More eyes are finding these guys as they do their marketing and their advertising, reaching out to people like me to show people that like you that are watching that this company is out there and information about the company to see if it's a good investment for you. So looking at the chart here, we're going to have a bearish scenario testing $1. That's where I would really want to bounce off of if they're going to stay bullish. So, and if that gold is going to increase, this bounce is more likely. But bearish scenario would be this, falls back down to $1, drops 15 cents, and then potentially heads back up. Even more bearish if it breaks through that dollar mark. It's probably going to have a little mini bounce. And then if it does break through that dollar point, the next support would be around 75 cents. That would be our next support because of back here. That was resistance, so now that becomes support over here. 2 bearish points, $1 it should bounce off of if it does pull down. And then if it breaks through $1, 75 cents would be the next area of support where it should bounce up. Now that's our bearish scenario. Now bullish scenario, it looks like it's having a red day, so it could pull down. It looks like it's not really breaking through. So I think it could pull down to here, which is at the 112 mark. And then we could have a nice little pop up. And this should really chop around in this area until gold goes on a nice rally. And then this could potentially run up, maybe test 150 again, maybe 160. This is an early stage company, so low volume, high volatility. Like I said, it ran 600% in the first few months, and now it's trying to find its legs to see where it's going to go next. Watch gold closely, see how the stimulus affects gold and how it's going to affect these mining companies. And then you have a better gauge as to what this company can possibly do. So I'll be watching West Mining closely as well as gold. You have to watch them in parallel. Also, just keep an eye on how these guys are doing as far as mining exploration goes with all that data they're gathering. See how that all plays out. So that is it for West Mining Corp. Check these guys out. There's a link in the description if you want more information on them. All the information about their mining, their drilling is all listed there. So click that link if you want to learn more about the company. So that's it. Thank you. This was a sponsored video, so the disclaimer is on the screen. I am not a financial advisor. I just like talking about these companies and giving you the information about them. So again, linkies in the description if you want to find out more about West Mining Corp. So that's it. Hit the subscribe if you're new to the channel. Thank you for watching. And don't forget, by hitting that button, you'll learn about these companies, these smaller companies that could potentially rock it. You never know. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, by hitting that button, it's doing magical things. It's also getting you a little bit closer to retiring young.